Let's start the chapter as soon as Bai and Mang arrive at Fort 9. They loudly declare, "Surrender to us anyone we specify," because these individuals are enemies of humanity. Hearing this, everyone present at the fort becomes intensely terrified. They start vocally protesting and raising their voices in opposition. However, faced with Bai and Mang's overwhelming strength and dominance, they find themselves utterly powerless. Just then, a man named Yiha appears on the scene. The moment he shows up, he speaks in a calm but commanding tone. "I believe you both must have legitimate reasons and concrete proof." Seeing Yiha, Bai is taken aback and exclaims, "I didn't expect you to be here at Fort 9. Mr. Yiha, with a serious expression, responds, "If Bai has conducted a thorough investigation, then it must be accurate. He couldn't possibly be mistaken." Following this, he raises his hand and gestures toward Bai. "Proceed with what you came here to accomplish." Once granted permission, Bai immediately moves forward with swift agility. He penetrates into the inner sanctum of the fort, positioning himself in the sky above. Below, the human inhabitants have constructed their residential settlements. At this instant, Bai floats high above, radiating intense energy that emanates from within him, an energy so potent that it exerts enormous pressure on all those gathered below. And just then, Bai unleashes a mighty, energy-based punch-an attack entirely formed from raw energy. The colossal punch descends with tremendous force, crashing directly onto the human colony beneath. The impact causes chaos. Buildings are shattered, the ground trembles, and destruction spreads rapidly. The inhabitants caught in the blast are overwhelmed. Many perish amidst the devastation. However, Bai's targeted assault is precisely aimed solely at those individuals on his list, the ones he has marked as traitors. The screams and agonized cries of the traitors echo loudly through the air as Bai continues to eliminate them one by one. After finishing his task, Bai calmly wipes his hands clean with a handkerchief and states softly but resolutely, "All traitors listed have been executed." Next destination, Fort 8. His clothing is now stained with blood, and his hands are soaked in it. Mang then fixes his gaze on Yiha and asks gravely, "By the way, Elder Yiha, does the demon-slaying tower still lack a designated master?" This question shocks everyone present. Upon hearing it, Yiha responds with solemnity, "What do you mean by that, Anshin?" Mang, with a faint smile, begins to teleport away, replying casually, "It's nothing. Just ensure the demon-slaying tower remains protected. The master of the tower is soon to arrive." As soon as he finishes speaking, he vanishes from sight. Immediately afterwards, the senior experts gathered nearby start discussing among themselves. The first one asks, "What did he mean by that?" The second speculates, "Could he be referring to Lin Moyu?" The third one adds, "Then Elder Yi, standing among us, smiles and speaks seriously. Lin Moyu is an exceptionally talented and extraordinary young man. If he can take charge of the demon-slaying tower, it would be a positive development. I have failed to do so myself after all these years, just one step short." He pauses briefly, before adding with conviction, "Remember this, no matter how much infighting occurs among us, it's all for the sake of the human race." Hearing these words, the three elders nod collectively and reply in unison, "We understand." The scene then transitions to Haiyang, centering on the Zhu family. Ning Terran is present, leading an army assembled in that region. The vastness of the formation causes Zhu Qingshan to become extremely anxious. He mutters nervously to himself, "With such an enormous arrangement, something major is surely about to happen." Without wasting any time, he hurries directly to Ning Terran. Standing before him, he respectfully bows his head and asks, "Senior Ning, may I dare to inquire what crime has my Zhu family committed?" In response, Ning Terran hands him a thick book and says, "Mr. Zhu, review your own deeds in this book." Zhu Qingshan quickly opens it and begins examining the contents. As he flips through the pages, his face morphs into utter shock. His eyes widen, and rage begins to boil inside him. He cannot comprehend how such things could be true. His hands tremble from fury as he continuously repeats the same words, unable to accept or believe what he is reading. Seeing him so shaken and muttering to himself, Ning Terran calmly says, "It appears you were kept entirely in the dark. You've dedicated yourself to developing the Zhu family into what it is today. And now, hearing this, you must be utterly stunned." Fuming with anger, Zhu Qingshan exclaims, "Unbelievable." Ning Terran then states, "Seriously, let me personally handle this matter. I promise I will give you a thorough explanation." He nods in agreement and replies, "That would be best. I trust Elder, who will address this matter appropriately." The scene then shifts to RMC, who has come to meet Shu Han. Upon meeting her directly, RMC asks, with earnest sincerity, "Senior sister, is there something you wish to discuss with me?" She adopts a posture of supplication, appearing hesitant, and says, "Junior Lin, I would like to make a request." She then guides him to a small, humble cottage. Once there, she immediately opens the door and enters. As he steps inside, RMC detects a peculiar scent and thinks to himself, "This smell, it's familiar." Looking seriously at Shuhan, he asks, "Why does it smell like decayed corpses here?" Shuhan smiles softly and responds, "Junior Lin, you have probably guessed already, haven't you?" She then invites him further inside. Once inside, they see a princess lying on a bed, her body gradually rotting. The princess speaks softly, "We meet again." She then begins to explain, "General Lin, do you remember what I mentioned earlier? I requested your help in curing the corpse poison." Pointing to the bed, she continues, "This is my mother. When I was very young, she was infected with corpse poison while guarding the seal of the corpse realm. We have yet to find a cure." RMC responds sincerely, "I genuinely sympathize with your situation, but at this moment, I lack the ability to save her." Shuhan quickly clarifies, "Junior Lin, you misunderstand. We're only asking for a small favor." She then calls out to her grandfather, "Grandpa, General Lin has arrived." From above, her grandfather's voice responds, "He's here already." A man named Shuing begins descending the staircase. He's a divine-level pharmacist. Watching him come down, RMC considers carefully, this must be a truly divine-level healer. He respectfully greets Shuhan. "It's an honor to meet the divine medicine master." Shuing modestly replies, "Don't call me that. I am not worthy of such a title." Then, he asks earnestly, "Princess Yao mentioned that your summoned creature can neutralize corpse poison. Coincidentally, I possess a skill that enables me to analyze others' abilities. General Lin, would you be willing to allow me to analyze your summoned creature to identify the source of its corpse poison neutralizing ability?" RMC immediately agrees, summoning one of his skeletons right there. When the skeleton appears, Shuhan becomes visibly frightened. Even Xu Ping, after witnessing the skeleton's formidable power, is stunned by how incredibly strong the creature is. Once the skeleton is dismissed, Shuhan quickly asks, "How is it? Can it be analyzed?" Xu Ping begins to sweat profusely, unable to decipher the secret. In the end, he admits, "This skill is extraordinarily unique. I cannot analyze it at all. It's the first time I've encountered a technique that even a divine-level analysis cannot decode." And that was it for this chapter. Please leave a like and comment, that it helps boost my views. Even commenting an emoji would do. Thanks.